Hey, Jeremiah here. Now I want to ask, what does the evolutionary mind, I'm talking about our hardwired survival instincts, have to do with your hospitality technology company's success during the demo? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So T. Harv Eker says that over the course of evolution, our minds have developed all kinds of ways to try to keep us safe. Our minds were really just a safety device. And one of the most powerful devices it developed was fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of uncertainty, fear of the unfamiliar. So think of our minds like a big bodyguard, always trying to block us from the unknown, trying to keep us where we know we're safe, right in our comfort zone, right? And the reason that's important for us to realize is that in our industry, when you're showing a hotelier a new technology, something where they're not really sure what the benefits are, or maybe they're unsure that they'll even achieve those benefits, well, fear has a way of subconsciously creeping up and taking over their thinking process and killing any momentum you might have in the deal. And this happens during good times, good economic times, but more so in troubled economic times. I mean, just look back at 2008. As the economic recession took hold, the travel industry was one of the first to get hit. Some people think that travel is not absolutely essential, so as occupancy dropped, well, managers started to panic and they started dropping their ADR in response. And this creates somewhat of a domino effect. In fact, data shows that when one hotel drops their ADR, the other hotels that don't drop their ADR in that same area are going to be most severely impacted to their bottom line. So it really behooves them to pay attention and to kind of in lockstep follow the panic, follow the crowd. So hysteria might start in one area, but it does spread very, very quickly. And you can see that in this graph from STR. You see how as occupancy drops, well, ADR just takes a nosedive in response. And so what did hotel managers do? They looked for safe harbor, and that's why the OTAs made out like bandits, because they offered that no risk, right? No extra effort way of making sure that your hotel rooms are filled. And a lot of hotel managers, unfortunately, they're judged by occupancy rather than bottom line profits. So they maintain their occupancy, they maintain their good face to their management companies, and they kept their jobs. Again, fear is driving people to do the safest action, the most familiar action, the least risky action possible. And so as we go into 2020, I'm not going to make any grand predictions about the macro economy, but Nomura Investment is predicting a couple shaky trends. You can look that up yourselves, but the point is, whatever happens, fear is always going to be driving people to take the safest, most predictable, most familiar path to securing their jobs, securing their hotel's profitability. And that, unfortunately, is directly opposed to the idea of doing something risky, doing something innovative, investing in hotel technologies that require a little work, require a little setup, and a little capital to get in place. So what do? Well, ideally, you should be telling stories that directly address these fears that people have on the neurological, chemical level, and dissuade those fears with case studies, with success stories, with testimonials, with endorsements, And ideally, you should be telling these stories before the demo, so people are relaxed during the demo. They come to the demo correct. They come with the expectation that you're there to provide some comfort, to provide some security against the economic challenges that they're seeing on the horizon. Do that, and your conversations during the demos aren't going to go into those rocky areas where they're not sure if it works. They're not sure if it's fast enough. They're not sure if they'll actually implement it, because you're already going to have those sureties in their minds ahead of time. So how do you do that? I recommend one of the best ways to do it is through webinars, because it's such an interactive medium. You know, there's your voice, there's images. You can interview people. You can show diagrams. You can show flowcharts. You can show how you implement. You can show case studies and revenue results. All these things ahead of time, leading to the demo. It just creates a much safer path for people. And like I said, when they feel safe, they feel so much safer in making a decision. And isn't that what you want at the end of the day? What's good for them and what's good for you, right? That's why you got into business. That's why you developed your technologies, right? So telling those stories, making people feel safe and secure ahead of time is just absolutely essential to your success. This is why I took the time, I put together a presentation of my own that tells my story of how I went from being a cold calling hospitality technology salesperson to being a hotel marketing consultant, making the consultative sale by pre-framing the call as a problem-solving session, not a sales session, but a problem-solving session. And I show you how you can do the exact same thing in this presentation as well. To get that, just go to my website, hospitalitycopywriting.com. Look on the top right side, and you'll see where it says "Attention, busy hospitality technology salespeople who need a quick surge of demos." There's a red button that says "Free Training." Just click on that, and you'll go right to the recording. So check that out. And if you have any other questions, just leave a comment below. I answer every comment. So have a great day, and I hope this helps. Bye now.